Welcome to Grumpy Vegan Grandad. Right, today I'm going to bring to you anti-vegan, not uncle and anti-vegan, but anti-vegan. She's called Tuesday. Don't know why. Why do you call your kids after the day of the week? But she's one of the nasty ones. One of the real dumb nasty. Ones, and you'll see why as we go through a video. I mean, here is her. Why does that always pop up when I'm recording? So here is a channel, anti-vegan, and I'm just on a community post at the moment, and as you can see, right, look at this. The yellow filter is out. Before and after. The yellow filter is out. And I've had a closer look at this, and there's a lot of the blur tool on Photoshop being used here. I used it a lot in photography. So yeah, it's like, come on, Tuesday. We weren't born on fucking Monday, you know. But yeah, she's one of the particularly sort of nasty one there. She is having a go at Goji Man for some reason. So I'm assuming this, can we call her a lady? This lady is very well educated and she must have a lot of qualifications. Nah. Nah. She's got 5.76 thousand subscribers, which is usual for the bullshit ones. Oh, she's had to go at Joaquin Phoenix there. Interesting. So yeah, she's not particularly nice. She's not particularly bright. She sings a few songs every now and again. She hasn't got a particularly brilliant voice, but yeah, she looks like she has to go as many people as possible. It's the usual. It's the usual shit. I'll turn that off because I think that's a. Yeah, it's the usual shit of filters and. Let's have a look. Let's have a meat march this year. I haven't watched television for 2 years now. Thank you for this, making this video. I did not level of propaganda in the media. Well, have you been under a rock? Veganism has existed for only 60 years. Yeah, of course it has, yeah. 60 years, that's it. I mean, yeah, they've been munching bacon, pork and sausages for thousands of years in the third world countries, haven't they? You know, China. Anyway, let's get to it. So the particular video I want to comment on is one aimed at Russel Brand. I mean, he's not the best vegan advocate in the world, but it's not Russell that I'm sort of paying much attention to. It's more her commentary. So let's play it.
In case you haven't realized, Russel Brand is a paid vegan shill. I have done it for you, so you don't have to.
Well, it's important to note we're going vegan wings today for Russel Brand. We got them from the Temple of Satan. All hail Satan.
All hail Satan.
And you're
So already there's a play. There's a play on the word Satan there, and Russell's just playing on the hail Satan. But for some reason she's emphasised it. You know, he's saying Satan, not Satan. You know.
a dark underworld kingdom.
So it's interesting. In a sense, it's not an ethical
So there's Russell
or dietary
talking
or
away.
even ecological matter. It's an
Talks as
economic
usual.
matter. There's economic interests vested in
Intelligent conversation,
regulating those
actually.
industries
He's
in
quite
spite
intelligent
of
the way he
health
talks,
risks,
but
in
he
spite
does
of
his usual
regulatory acts,
commentary.
in spite of cruelty.
How the fuck is it not a dietary matter? How are you going to say that diet doesn't play a huge part in veganism and that diet isn't the most important aspect of veganism? Because if veganism is an inadequate diet, then how the fuck are people going to go vegan? How the fuck are people going to stay vegan? First,
Right, so she's saying that veganism is an inadequate diet. Well, veganism isn't a diet, however, diet does play a big role in becoming vegan. Yeah, you've got to adequately plan your diet. But as we know, and I don't even have to quote it to you, do I? The American Society of Dietetics and Nutrition and the UK version, the worldwide version, have all said that a plant-based diet is suitable for all stages of life, including pregnancy, infancy, teens, adulthood, and old age. And they have said that it can reduce the impacts of certain diseases. So, yes, it is adequate, but it's got to be adequately planned.
First, it's about, can you go vegan? Can you even go vegan physically? Are you physically capable of it? Then you can talk about ethics and economics. Russel Brand is a lying, trannified cuck. Okay? He looks like a fucking bitch. Look at him.
A lying, trannified, what did she say, cock or something? A bitch, a trannified. What does trannified mean? It looks like a woman, is that what she's trying to say? She's being fucking phobic here? Oh my God, ridiculous.
I can't believe a word he says. Look at him when he speaks.
So each one of those arguments has to be diffused as it arises. That was one of the, I'm particularly disposed to believe, like if I hear like, oh yeah, that's because, it was funded by the egg industry or whatever. The eggs was like the thing that I didn't want to give up eggs. I didn't want to give up.
Yeah, look at him.
And in fact, to tell you the truth, in spite of all my...
Yeah, look at him. I mean, how can you believe him? Just look at him. How can you believe somebody? Just look at him. Really?
You're saying, when afterwards there was like these various sources of...
Seriously? Russell Bland? Eggs are cruel? You and your fucking retarded vegan ass cult members need to fucking shut up with that shit. How is an egg cruel? The egg itself is cruel, really? You're just gonna lump corporate farming in and define an egg as a corporate farm?
An egg in itself is nothing but a chicken, period. There's nothing wrong with an egg in itself. An egg's an egg. But how do we get the eggs? And how do we get enough eggs? We have to produce hatcheries. We have to produce hatcheries, and we have to macerate day-old male chicks because they do not produce eggs. We have to selectively breed chickens so they produce more eggs. Way more eggs than they're supposed to do. No. Eggs are very, very cruel. And when the chickens are spent...
You fucking fuck?
And you're saying, oh...
You fucking fuck. Oh, well done. Give her a YouTube award for that script, you fucky fuck. Fucking bitch. Oh my god.
Food in it is sourced by, funded by, infiltrated by meat industry, dairy industry. There is no new, because like, when I think about it, I think who's funding those? Who's funding tests and to refute that?
Yeah, exactly.
And do none of these idiot ass vegans ever stop to think why these farms exist, why it's economically necessary for our economy, and that reason is that we need meat to live? The reason why people buy meat, that people eat meat, that there's such a mass demand for it? No, you're just gonna say it's for...
Wow. What is this thing she speaks of? What is this thing she speaks of? Where we demand and corporations supply. Is this a new concept? I'm going to have to look into this. Wow.
money? How did they figure that out? How did they figure out that people would pay good money for meat? Oh, I don't think it has anything to do with our anatomy and how we actually need meat and animal products to thrive.
Prove it. Heart disease, stroke, cancer, Alzheimer's, many others. All caused by saturated fat, cholesterol, trans fats, all found in, ta-da, meat.
I guess it has nothing to do with the fact that our ancestors ate this way.
Which ancestors are those? I'm pretty sure that most of our ancestors had a majority plant-based diet. Certainly did in medieval England. All we could do was grow our own food, and then the kings taxed us for most of that. That's why all the nobles had big, massive shooting lodges and game wardens to stop us serfs going round and shooting and getting meat. Our diet was mainly plants. Cavemen, though, their diet was mainly plants. Every now and again they'd go off hunting and get some meat. Desperate measures.
This have nothing to do with the fact that plants don't have vitamins A.
Plants don't have vitamin... Let's turn this camera a little bit. Plants don't have vitamin A. Okay. Let's have a look. The best sources of vitamin A are all the shit. Orange and yellow vegetables and fruits. Other sources of beta carotene such as broccoli, spinach and most dark green leafy vegetables. Donkey!
B6.
B6. Vitamin B6. Good sources of vitamin B6. Peanuts, soybeans, wheat germ, oats, bananas, milk. But vegan milks are a lot of cereals, and a lot of vegan milks have B6 added. Fortified was the word I was looking for. Wrong again.
Vitamins B12.
Right, we don't need to explain B12, do we? Because we know all about B12, okay? Everybody should be supplementing B12 because it's not the availability of it, because it's put in pretty much every fucking thing. It's how we absorb it. And the older you get, the less you absorb vitamin B12 into your body. It's in milks, it's in bread, it's in cereals. It's put in just about everything because we have destroyed, as a society, B12 because we treat water and we put pesticides on soil. So B12 isn't naturally occurring. Plus your meat is given, all the animals are given B12 in the food to help put it in the meat. So yeah, another fail. What else you saying?
Vitamins D.
Vitamin D. Mushrooms are one of the only plant sources that contain a significant amount of vitamin D. Mushrooms grown in the dark may not contain a significant amount of vitamin D. However, mushrooms exposed to ultraviolet light when growing may contain about 450 IUs per 100 gram serving. Mushrooms contain vitamin D2 while animal products contain vitamin D3. Research has found that vitamin D2 might not be as bioavailable as vitamin D3, but can still raise vitamin D levels. Fortified cereals. Many breakfast cereals and brands of oatmeal are fortified with vitamin D. Cereals fortified with vitamin D will usually list the vitamin in the nutritional information. So, if you're worried about vitamin D, I mean, apart from the obvious sunlight, eat brown mushrooms, find your cereals and your oats, rice milks, get your vitamin Ds there. It's not a big deal.
F and
Vitamin F. Let's have a look at vitamin F. Foods high in vitamin F. Soybean oil, olive oil, corn oil, sunflower seeds, pecans, almonds, flaxseed oil, flax seeds, chia seeds, hemp seeds, walnuts. So it's basically two. It's ALA and LA, which proportionally combined give you the vitamin F. So it's not a big deal if you have a varied diet. So another fail.
K2.
Vitamin K2. Vitamin K1, also called phylloquinone, it's mostly found in plant foods like leafy green vegetables. It makes up about 75 to 90% of all vitamin K consumed by humans. So it's nearly 90% of what we eat anyway. Vitamin K2 is found in fermented foods and animal products, and is also produced by gut bacteria. So we actually convert it from K1. So no biggie there. Your best ones are kale, collard greens, spinach, turnip greens, broccoli, Brussels sprouts. She's a mom.
Plants don't have heme iron.
Heme iron. You can get iron from all your leafy greens, of course. Whole wheat bread, cereals, pastas, quinoa, oatmeal, avocado, cooked spinach and cooked mushrooms, baked potato, legumes, soybeans, tofu and lentils. Pairing high iron foods with ingredients that are high in vitamin C will enhance your body's ability to absorb iron. Some examples of nosh that's high in vitamin C are citrus fruits, which we know: chard, broccoli, red or green bell pepper, kiwi, strawberries, tomatoes, cantaloupe or papaya. Coffee, tea, dairy products can hinder the absorption of iron, and calcium supplements. Foods high in dietary fibre, wine and beer. So, yes, and heme iron has been shown to be harmful. Anyway, so yes, there are risks associated with heme iron. Studies showing that people who consume heme iron run the risk of suffering from certain diseases. For instance, heme iron can increase the risk of suffering coronary heart disease by around 57% or more. There is also a very serious link between the consumption of heme iron and colon cancer, which is particular to men, especially if red meat is being consumed regularly. So, get your non-heme iron, it's better. Have a bit of vitamin C with it and you will absorb more. If you're worried, take a supplement. We live in a modern society. Fucking unreal.
CoQ10, CLA.
CoQ10. Okay. we do produce our own, and if we eat green vegetables, chlorophyll in our bloodstream after eating greens may react with the wavelengths of sunlight that penetrate through our skin to reactivate the antioxidant coenzyme Q10. It's not a major problem. I've had a look through some stuff and it's not a major problem. CLA. CLA. Another name for CLA, well, what CLA is conjugated linoleic acid. It's also found in sunflower and safflower oil. Cooking may increase levels of CLA. What else is she saying?
Taurine.
Taurine. Let's get rid of that one. Let's have a look. Oh, well, I think that's D-carnitine as well. Carnitine. Oh, she mentions carnitine, so we'll go through carnitine. Carnitine is present in almost every cell in the body. It plays a crucial role. Requirements. Food sources. A vegan diet normally provides between 10 and 12 milligrams a day. I haven't found the foods though. Oh, white mushrooms, edamame, asparagus, green peas, soybeans, and of course supplements. And that goes for carnitine as well. So L-carnitine and L-carnitine are available. Let's have a look at taurine. Oh, here we go. Taurine is needed by the body to help perform a whole host of functions, including central nervous system, neuromodulation, cardiovascular function, and the conjugation of bile acid. However, the human body can synthesize taurine from methionine and cysteine using vitamin B6. Most nuts and beans are high in the former, whilst cysteine can be garnered from those foods, plus seeds, oats, legumes, and most whole grains. As such, most vegans eating a balanced diet are highly unlikely to require taurine supplements. So that's that one out of the fucking window. And what about creatine? Creatine is organic acid that our bodies naturally make and we get by eating certain foods, seafood and red meat in particular. Our bodies store creatine in our muscles with access to it. But it's a non-essential amino acid, meaning your body creates it and you don't need to primarily get it from food. And you don't really need added creatine beyond what's in a healthy, balanced diet. Creatine isn't an essential nutrient, she says. Your body naturally makes it from other amino acids that you receive from various proteins. So, like they said on the Game Changers, if you have a varied diet, your body stores certain amino acids and puts them together and makes them. Your body's amazing. So that's covered all that, basically. What else you got to say?
L-carnitine, carnitine, and creatine. Those are amino acids.
Why do they all sound the same? She sounds
you
like...
get from plants. I also wonder if it has anything to do with the bioavailability necessary to absorb collagen, protein, B12, and omega-3s.
There's significant change required. We all know that, don't we? We can't ignore the necessity for serious change. I mean, do you really even need Formula One racing at all? I mean, it's like, do we need that? Don't you think that sometimes, with big movies, or anything? Do you need that? Do we really need this? Can you envisage a different world that's not built on comfort, objectification, and consumerism?
Okay, Joaquin Phoenix Jr., you fucking virtue signaling zealot. I can't believe that you're saying this. Yes, you are a hypocrite. I know you're a hypocrite already. You admit this. Hypocrite, hypocrite, hypocrite. But it's really easy for you to say that, right? I mean, look at you. You're literally filming a video to post on YouTube in the comfort of your own home with lights, electricity, and air condition. How are you gonna act like you don't need those things? So you don't need these things as a human? You don't need entertainment? You don't need art? Okay, go ahead and lie to yourself. That's what's wrong with the New Age movement. They totally believe that you can get everything within, everything and nothing without. You can only look within. You are your inner God. You are your own demons. Never blame anything else other than yourself. That is New Ageism. Fuck that cult and fuck veganism too.
Where we accept, oh right, so I'm not going to have as much new stuff, but I might be meaningfully connected. I think it is possible. I think it is necessary. I think it is inevitable. I have seen it. It may be difficult to realise.
So how are vegans going to accept Russel Brand as one of their vegan Jesus saviors and not even acknowledge the fact that he was this drug addict, comedian, rock and roller dude that literally made his name off of being decrepit, of being perverted? It's like, it's all okay. Drugs are okay. Vegans, you know, as long as you never eat meat.
Right, so her argument against veganism is because Russell Brand used to be a bit of a dick, a drug addict, a sex addict, and no credit to where he realised he had problems and went and got help. Made something of his life. They've got no arguments. This is the last video I'm going to do on any anti-vegans, unless they say something really, really fucking dumb and is worthy of a video. But yeah, anti-vegan, you're certainly not my anti, but it's just ridiculousness. It's just they just come on for name calling. All these subscribers are 5.77 thousand subscribers come on just to hear her chat shit, insult people, and make them feel better about their disgusting food choices. That's all it's about. She doesn't even prove anything. She doesn't even give any evidence, you know what I mean? And I don't know why I'm even wasting my time doing this video, but it's definitely my last one. That's it now. I'm just sick of seeing them. I've subscribed to a few to see what they're up to. I'm going to unsubscribe from them all, so don't get tempted to be drawn in by the bullshit. And I think all you should do that as well. Just don't engage. Don't watch it. Because it's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. Save the animals, save the planet, save yourself. Go vegan. Go vegan.